Thank you, the People's Speaker, esteemed colleagues. My name is Barrister Jesse Okejo Onakalus. I represent the Nigerians, especially the Habit of Lagos. Osho the soul of the Habit of Lagos, and I'm very glad to welcome our people from Lagos to this hallowed chamber. Mr. Speaker, I have a petition here, strongly worded, by A.F. Afolabi and Co., dated the 13th day of October 2025. Mr. Speaker, the petition is against Industrial Training Fund for non-payment of work carried out on the Industrial Training Fund building, Coast 10, Lagos. Mr. Speaker, in your usual intervention of this House, they are asking this House to intervene on their behalf, of the company over the construction at Coast 10 office, to pay them the sum of 109 million naira of the job well done and the certificate of completion received. In the light of this, Mr. Speaker, I seek your indulgence and crave the heart of this House to lay this petition.
Leave is hereby granted. You may now lay a petition. Yes, my in-law.
Honorable colleagues, this is a petition. Okay, my name is Aliu Bafa Miso, an accountant and a fellow, a doctor, representing the good people of Miso, Dambam Federal Constituency. It is a petition, an appeal for intervention in the inadvertent omission of the payment of all unpaid salary resulting from Malam Maywada Mamam Idris, wrongfully terminated by Nasarawa State Government. Mr. Speaker, sir, I seek the indulgence of this House to lay this petition.
Leave is hereby granted. You may now lay a petition. Any other petition? Yes, Doctor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Engineer Mohamed Buba Jajere. I represent the people of Fika, Fune Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I have a petition here from the Palace of His Royal Majesty, Pere Godwin Akpos Aboewa, and signed by His Royal Majesty. It's a petition against INEC Electoral Officer of SA Odo Local Government of Ondo State on electoral malpractice, compromise, massive disenfranchisement, and illegal relocation of polling unit 010 from Ajapa to Opupa, thereby causing serious tension between two kingdoms. Mr. Speaker, I hereby seek the leave of the House to lay this petition. Thank you.
Leave is hereby granted. You may now lay a petition. Any other petition? All petitions are hereby referred to House Committee on Public Petition. Any member who has a matter of urgent public importance to present to the House may please rise to do so. Honorable David Idris Zachariah here. The floor is yours for your matter of urgent public importance.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Respected colleagues, I remain Honorable David Idris Zachariah. I represent the good people of Ida Federal Constituency, the center of Igala Kingdom. I am from Kogi State, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I come under 8 Rule 5 this morning to seek for the permission of the House to set aside all the relevant issues this morning to allow me to read the motion on the need to create a specific budget line for the occupational safety and health program across MDAs. Mr. Speaker, I so move, sir.
Any seconder to the first leg of the motion? Yes.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Speaker, my dear honorable colleagues. Mohammed Omar Bio is my name. I speak for the people of Baruten and Kayama Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. I come from Kwara State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion that my dear brother be allowed to take his motion, having suspended the relevant rules. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion that is urgent enough to be heard now. Architect.
Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues, my name is Architect Dr. Austin Asima Chado. I represent Gwe East, Gwe West Federal Constituency. I am from Benue State. Honorable Speaker, I humbly second the motion, the second leg of the motion, that this motion is urgent enough and could be heard now.
Thank you once again, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable David Idris Zakaria. I represent the good people of Ida Federal Constituency, the center of Igala Kingdom. I am from Kogi State. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, the House notes the increasing rate of workplace accident and occupational hazard across ministry, departments, and agency, MTAs, due to inadequate prioritizations and absence of a distinct budget line for occupational safety and health programs and activities has, over the years, undermined the implementation of safety standards and national policy, resulting in poor compliance, workplace injuries, and fatalities across the public sector. Also note that the head of service of the federations on July 6, 2022, via the reference number, issued a circular on the establishment of OSH desks in all MDAs to enable adequate implementations of the policies. Mr. Speaker, aware that Section 17, subsection 3C of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 19, that the health and safety and welfare of all persons in employment are safeguarded and not engaged or abused. Also aware that Nigeria has ratified key international labor organization, ILO, conventions 155 and 187, which obligate the country to provide systematic frameworks and adequate financial resources for the promotion of workplace safety, health, and well-being. Concerned that the current envelope budgeting system does not provide a specific line item for OSH, thereby limiting effective implementation of the occupational safety and health, and exposing workers to avoidable risk, injuries, and fatalities. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, further concern that failure to create a budget line undermines workforce productivities, hinders empowerment of employees, and contradict Nigeria international obligations to promote safe and decent work in line with CFRN ILO and Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs 3 and 8. The House resolved to urge the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, the Budget Office of the Federations, and the Office of the Head of Service of the Federation to immediately create a specific budget line for occupational safety and health across all MDAs, starting with the 2026 Appropriations Bill. Mr. Speaker, mandate the House Committee on Safety Standard and Regulation to, number 1, liaise with Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, the Budget Office of the Federations and Office of the Head of Service of the Federation to ensure implementations. Collaborate with the Committee on Appropriations to ensure strict oversight, inclusions and utilizations of the OSH's budget line. Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, I so move. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any seconder? Any seconder? Yes, the man in white.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, Namde Zechi is my name, and I represent Ndokwakwani Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Delta State. I rise here to second this motion as moved by my dear brother and colleague. I so second.
Straightforward, so I'll just ask the question. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Economic Planning, as well as Committee on Safety and Health. Mr. Honorable Billy Osaworo in the House. The floor is yours.
Thank you, my right honorable Speaker. Again, I remain Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Osaworo. I represent the good people of Orionwo Federal Constituency of Edo State. Mr. Speaker, I have a motion of urgent public importance on the need to investigate the abandoned $35 million modular refinery project in Brass, Bayelsa State, 4 years after huge financial commitments to that effect. Mr. Speaker, I stand on Order 8-5 to suspend all relevant rules to enable me move all these important motions. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Are you also moving that we'll suspend it to treat it as urgent and also for it to be heard today?
Yes, I do, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Any seconder to the first leg? Yes. Behind.
Thank you very much, able Speaker, my honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Isa Muhammad Anka. I stand here to support the first leg of the motion, heavily moved by my chairman. Thank you very much.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion, Honorable Chike.
Thank you, the Right Honorable Speaker Benjamin Okezie Carlo, CON, PhD. I am Honorable Chike John Okafor. I represent the good people of Himemba, Hitu Boma, Obo Federal Constituency. I'm from Imo State. I rise to the second leg of the motion, ably moved by High Chief Dr. Billy. I so second.
Thank you. Those in support of the second leg of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The floor is yours, Honorable Billy.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The House knows that an increased revenue base for the nation reduces the pressure on the foreign exchange regime and even lowers debt burden, especially as it relates to budget financing. Mr. Speaker, the House also notes that it was in the light of the above that the immediate past regime graciously embarked on the need to encourage the funding of modular refineries in the Niger Delta region. Mr. Speaker, the House is aware that under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, indigenous refining has been identified as a key driver of energy independence, job creation, and industrial revitalization. Mr. Speaker, the House is also aware that the key objective of the present administration is to ensure energy security through improved oil production output in order to increase the nation's revenue base, and that every available opportunity has been geared towards this objective. Mr. Speaker, the House is further aware that sometime in 2020, the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, otherwise known as NCDMB, invested the sum of $35 million. I repeat, 35 million United States dollars in Atlantic International Refinery and Petrochemical Limited, a modular refinery to be located in Brass, Bayelsa State. Mr. Speaker, this House is very concerned that despite this huge investment of $35 million, which is more than 50 billion naira today, and enough to fund fundamental components of the national budget, the proposed modular refinery that was to be known as Atlantic International Refinery and Petrochemical Limited was never set up. Mr. Speaker, nothing is on ground to show that huge financial commitments that have been made. Mr. Speaker, this House is also concerned that this Honorable House has initiated a patriotic move to unravel the mystery behind this wastage by mandating relevant committees to investigate this monumental economic sabotage, and that despite this, nothing has been heard in respect of this subject matter. Mr. Speaker, this House appreciates that in May 2024, a stakeholder submitted a petition to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, urging the anti-graft organization to probe the multi-million-dollar investments made by the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, among which was the Atlantic Refinery Project, and that despite this noble move by the said stakeholder, nothing has been heard about this profound national waste almost a year ago. Mr. Speaker, this House is worried that the continued inactivity of the Brass Modular Refinery Project raises significant questions about the management of public funds and the effectiveness of oversight mechanisms in Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, the House resolves to set up another committee to investigate the circumstances surrounding these huge financial commitments to the tune of $35 million, with nothing on ground to suggest such huge investment, and report back to the House within 4 weeks. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Agilo, can you second?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My dear honorable colleagues, My name is Honorable Umar Ajilo, member representing Magharibi Kudan Federal Constituency from Kaduna State. I rise to second the motions ably moved by my very good friend and brother, Honorable Billy. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Billy, please approach the chair. Honorable Billy, I'm waiting for you. Honorable Donald, move for the amendment of the prayers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. A very rare leader. And distinguished colleagues, Donald Kemikambojogo is my name, and I represent the very wonderful people of Ilaje Esel, the federal constituency. Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, I'm a very unique Ijaw from Ondo State, Southwest Nigeria. Mr. Speaker, I have an amendment to make in respect of this motion that has just been moved by my friend and colleague, Honorable Billy. And the amendment goes thus, that the assignment to investigate this matter be referred to the committees on midstream and downstream. I so move, Mr. Speaker and colleagues. Thank you.
Thank you. Any seconder? Jafaru.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, dear respected colleagues. Honorable Jafaru Leko is my name. I represent Bogoro Dastafa Balewa, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I'm from Bauchi State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the amendment as moved by my honorable colleague. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this amendment say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you for your legislative maturity. In line with our rules, some of these issues should go to the standard committee so that they will be robust. And all of you are members of that standard committee. And if there's anything you contribute in the ad hoc committee, I'm sure you can also contribute it to the standing committees that is under the management of yourselves. Thank you for the understanding.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Any other amendments? Yes.
Thank you for yielding the floor to me, Mr. Speaker. Dear honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Engineer Dominic Ifeanyi Chukwukafo, and I represent the good people of Agota Federal Constituency. I'm from Anambra State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, considering that the investment in this modular refinery was made by NCDMB, it is my opinion, my amendment is that the House Committee on Local Content should also be included in the prayer. And that's my amendment.
If you have a seconder who included any seconder to that amendment? No seconder. Those in support of the motion as a... Oh, you want to speak on it? Okay, before I put the question, the minority leader has something to say on it.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, Kingsley Chinda, I represent Tobiabo Federal Constituency. I'm an Ikwere man from River State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to very, very strongly support this motion this morning and to commend the mover, our brother Billy. Mr. Speaker, from this motion, you observe one thing. It appears today that we're a nation that will not eat eat our profit, but will also eat her investment. This sector is the economic nerve of our country. That is the oil sector. Attempts have been made to continue to improve this sector, but you find out that those of us in public office appear to be setting this country back. Nigeria is an oil-producing country, but if you check among the Committee of Nations, in the same boat with our country, you find out that we are in. And so when things like this come up, very important motion, it is a motion that can move this country forward if we are serious-minded. And I will pray that we will not only support it, but that we should act it. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, let us look at the importance of what our colleague has brought before us this morning, and not just pass this motion, but add checks to it so that the committee, the relevant committee of the House, can do a thorough work and not see it as just another resolution of this House. That's my input to this. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for...
Order, please. Silence.
Thank you for that contribution. And Billy, that was a good motion. We appreciate the subject matter of this motion. And we are going to also, from the chair, add the Committee on Legislative Compliance to ensure that it's not just any motion that is just sent to the Standard Committee. We need it. We need to get our report back within the 4 weeks as prayed in the resolution. So those in support of this motion as amended say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to House Committee on Midstream and Downstream and Legislative Compliance. Is Honorable Peter Ifanyo Zokwe in the House? Is Honorable Peter Ifanyo Zokwe in the House? Is Honorable Amobi Godwin Oga in the House? Do we have Honorable Blessing Chigeru Amadi? The floor is yours. Minority Leader, please approach the chair.
Yeah. Good morning, dear Speaker, my distinguished colleagues. I am Blessing Chigeru Amadi, representing the good people of Port Harcourt Federal Constituency 2, River State. I'm here to seek your permission to step aside your rules and take my matter of urgent national importance on the need to recognize the month of October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month and commitment to cancer elimination, mitigation, and control in Nigeria.
Honorable Midala Usman, kindly take your seat, please. Take your seat. Thank you.
The House knows that October is globally recognized as Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Honorable Blessing.
Yes, sir.
You first move for us to suspend our rules.
Okay.
To treat it as urgent and then urgent enough to be heard today.
Yes, sir.
And then before you lead the debate.
Honorable Ikenga, kindly take your seat. Chairman downstream.
Okay, sir. I want to apply under Order 8, Rule 1 to suspend your proceedings to listen to my submission on this motion, sir.
Order 8, Rule 5. Any seconder to the first leg? Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Not you. Okay. I think it's Atana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable Ambassador Daniel Asama, and I represent the people of Bassa, Jos North Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. I'm from Plateau State. I rise to second that this motion be heard as we see it urgent. Thank you, Speaker.
Those in support of this motion that is urgent enough, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The second leg of the motion that is urgent enough to be heard now. Any seconder? Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. My name remains Boniface Merengwa. I join the good people of Ikwere Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion that this motion is urgent enough to be heard now. I so second. Thank you.
Thank you. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The floor is yours, Honorable Blessing Amadi.
Honorable Billy Famous Asawaro, take your seat, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, my distinguished colleagues, I hereby move a motion of the need to recognize the month of October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month and commitment to cancer elimination, mitigation, and control in Nigeria. The House notes that October is globally recognized as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. dedicated to awareness, early detection, and support for those affected by breast and under cancers. The House observes with concern the rising incidence and mortality rate of cancer victims in Nigeria, particularly breast cancer, which disproportionately affect women, families, and the workforce, straining the health system. The House acknowledges existing national health priorities such as universal health coverage, early detection, palliative care, and the need for improved access to affordable diagnostic treatment. The House further notes that timely screening and treatment improve survival, yet many Nigerians face barriers to cost, stigma, and limited access to facilities. The House emphasizes that the need for a united multi-sectoral response involving government, civil society, healthcare professionals, private sector, and international partners. This Honorable House recognizes the urgency of Nigeria's cancer burden and hereby declares October as Breast Cancer Awareness Month across the Federation, urging coordinated national action on cancer prevention, detection, and care. The House therefore resolves as follows: to direct the federal, state, and local governments to launch a nationwide breast cancer awareness campaign in the month of October, continuing year-round education on prevention, symptoms, and screening in native dialects. Number two, to integrate cancer awareness into school curricula and community programs using traditional and social media. Number three, to urge the federal government by private and public partnership to establish standard cancer and cardiovascular centers in each of the 6 geopolitical zones. To direct the House Committee on Health to promote annual parliamentary briefings on cancer control, progress, and outcomes in Nigeria with a view of improving legislative intervention, and to direct the House Committee on Legislative Compliance and Health to ensure compliance with this resolution and report progress within 4 weeks for further legislative action.
Honorable Sunday Omeha, Barrister Sunday Omeha, kindly take your seat.
Yes, go ahead, second.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleague. Bara Amir Yusuf is my name. I represent Shannon Ogoy Federal Constituency.
Honorable Jaha, approach the chair.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleague, I'm from Kano State. I stand before you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleague, to second the motion heavily raised by my honorable colleague. Mr. Speaker, I so second. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think it's a straightforward motion, and I'll just go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on Health and Legislative Compliance. I have an announcement to make, and that announcement is to inform all zonal and regional leaders there will be an emergency meeting with the leadership of the House by today, immediately after plenary, at the ground office of the Deputy Speaker. Attendance is compulsory. If the chairmen are not there, their deputies are allowed to step in. Meeting with the zonal and regional leadership of the House with the leadership of the House. It is very important. Thank you. Leader of the House, Minority Leader, approach the chair. Leave out the chair. That is the end of the matters of urgent public importance. Honorable colleagues, the first business of the day is presentation of 4 bills, and I invite the clerk to read the short titles of these bills. Clerk, please. Clerk to read the short titles of the 4 bills.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. Armed Forces Bill 2025, first reading. National Eye Center, Ochadamu, Kogi State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. National Eye Center, Jimeta Adamawa State Bill 2025, first reading. Bitumen Development Commission of Nigeria Establishment Bill 2025, first reading.
Thank you, Clerk. The next on our business of the day, honorable members, which is the second, is presentation. Honorable Patrick Umar is invited to present the report.
Hello, Mr. Speaker. My name is
Honorable Peter Anekwe, Honorable Alex Mascot, Honorable Al-Hassan Ururum, kindly take your seats. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, my name is Honorable Professor Paul Sunday Nnamchi. I represent the people of Enugu East and issues of federal consistency. I'm here to represent also the chairman of the Committee on Health Institution.
Are you the deputy chairman?
Both of them went for oversight at Enugu.
Okay, the business of the House must go on. If you have his mandate, let us go ahead.
I do, Mr. Speaker. Okay.
Please, when you lay the report, make sure you lay it with the mandate of your chairman.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
A written mandate from your chairman.
Okay, Mr. Speaker.
Go ahead.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, the presentation of the report that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Health Institution on a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Center Act and establish Federal Medical Center Ido, Oyo State, and for related matters, Bill number 1706, that was referred on the 8th of May 2025. Subsequently, the second report is on the that the House do receive the report of the Committee on Health Institution on a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Center Act and establish a Federal Medical Center, Portiskum, Yobe State, and for related matters, HB 1911, referred on the 14th January 2025. And the last but not the least is that the House do receive the reports on the Committee on Health Institution on a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Center Act and establish Federal Medical Center Damasak, Borno State, and for related matters. This bill is bill number 544 that was referred to on the 1st of December 2024. Mr. Speaker, it is my prayer that the House do receive this three reports simultaneously.
Thank you very much. May I have your seat? Any seconder to this motion that the report be laid? Any seconder? Yes, Anekwe. Who is that? Is that Peter? Oh, not you. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Attorney.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Barrister Sunday Sirakus.
Attorney, I didn't see you in Enugu yesterday.
Yeah, I was there, Mr. Speaker.
Oh, you were there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Mr. Speaker, my name is Honorable Barrister Sunday Sirakus Umeha. I represent Eziago, the Federal Constituency of Enugu State. I rise to second the motion, ably moved by my colleague. I so second.
Thank you very much. Those in support of this motion that this three report be laid, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable, on behalf of your chairman, you may now lay your report. Most respected colleagues, the first order of the day is commencement of debate. The general principles of a bill for an act to alter the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to include hospitality and tourism under the concurrent list, legislative list, and for related matters. This is standing in the name of Honorable Zachariah Dauda Yampa. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 22nd July 2025. And I invite the man from Adamawa State, Honorable Yampa, to move that the bill be now read the second time.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the Right Honorable Speaker, my distinguished colleagues. I remain Dauda Zakaria Nyampa, a member representing the people of Madagali, Michika Federal Constituency from Adamawa State. I rise that a bill for an act to alter the provision of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to include hospitality and tourism under the concurrent legislative list and related matters, HB 2462. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder for this to be read? Yes, my palace.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Kabiru Ahmadu Palace is my name. I represent the entire people of Gusau Federal Constituency. I'm from Zamfara State. I rise to move to second that this bill should be read for the second time, Mr. Speaker. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of the motion that this bill be read the second time, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Please lead your debate. Make it as brief as possible.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, for allowing me to lead this very important debate. I remain Dauda Zakaria Nyampa, member representing the people of Madagali, Michika Federal Constituency from Adamawa State. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, this is a bill on the act to alter the provision of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 and for related matters. You recall that the bill was read the first time in this hallowed chamber on Thursday, 22nd July 2025. Mr. Speaker, my respected colleagues, this bill is aiming at altering the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to include hospitality and tourism under concurrent legislative list.
Order, please.
The proposed amendment seeks to empower both federal and state government to legislate on matters related to hospitality and tourism, thereby providing a more coordinated and effective framework for the development of the sector. Among many objectives of this bill, Mr. Speaker, I will take few to save our time. It provides a clear legal framework for the governance of hospitality and tourism sector in Nigeria. It promotes collaboration between federal and state government in the development of this very important sector. It also encourages investment and growth in hospitality and tourism in Nigeria. This has economic potential, and making it in our concurrent legislative list, it will bring more revenue and increase investment. Job creation, as this sector will create more job opportunities for Nigeria. You can see almost all the states in this country, we have potential for tourism centers. We have our cultural that we protect, and I feel this bill will encourage more investment, it encourage more revenue to the country, and it will also discourage unnecessary going outside this country for tourism. So this is the summary of my bill.
Thank you.
In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, the proposed alteration to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to include this hospitality and tourism under concurrent legislative list is a critical step towards unlocking the potential of the sector and promoting economic growth and development. I therefore urge my respected colleagues to support that this piece of legislation be read for the second time and committed to the relevant committee for further legislative action. I so move.
Thank you very much. I think it's a straightforward bill that is taking tourism from the exclusive list to the concurrent list to enable the states, in the spirit of federalism, participate. I'll just go ahead and ask the question that the bill be now read the second time. Honorable members, the question is that the bill now be read the second time. Those in favor of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk is invited to read the long title of the bill.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to alter the provision of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 to include hospitality and tourism under the concurrent legislative list and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to Committee on Constitutional Review. Most distinguished colleagues, the second order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principle of a bill for an act to amend the Child's Rights Act 2003 to make provisions for home schooling in Nigeria and for related matters. This is standing in the name of Honorable Gali Mustafa Tijani. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 21st November 2024. And I invite Honorable Tijani to move that the bill be now read the second time. Honorable Tijani.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Dr. Gali Mustafa Tijani. I represent Albasuga Jingi Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to step down this bill for further legislative consultations. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Bill stepped down by the leave of the House. Most distinguished colleagues, the third order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles for an act to amend a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Centers Act and establish Federal Medical Center Ifako, Ijaiye, Lagos. Ijaiye, Lagos State, and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Olabinjo Benjamin Adeyemi. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 8 May 2025. And I invite Honorable Adeyemi to move that the bill be now read the second time. Honorable Adeyemi. If not in the House, bill step down by the leave of the House. Distinguished colleagues, the fourth order of the day is a motion on stoppage and mitigation of risks associated with the use of hazardous pesticides across Nigeria. This is standing in the name of Honorable Clement Jimbo. Honorable Jimbo is invited to move the motion.
Thank you very much, my dear Speaker. My colleagues, my name is Clement Jimbo. I represent the very good people of Abak, Etmekbu, and Ika Federal Constituency from Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to move this motion on the stoppage and mitigation of risks associated with the use of hazardous pesticides across Nigeria. The House notes that pesticides are used in agriculture to protect crops from pests and diseases, thereby ensuring food security. However, the growing circulation of highly hazardous pesticides in the country poses grave risks to human health, food safety, environmental sustainability, and biodiversity. A way that the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control and other regulatory bodies classify highly hazardous pesticides as high level of acute or chronic hazards to health or the environment, even when used as instructed. Over 50% of NAFDAC-registered pesticides are classified as highly hazardous products, and close to 60% of them are already banned in other countries. Concerned that 70% of suicides in Nigeria involves the ingestion of highly hazardous pesticides, such as diglovus in snipers. The indiscriminate importation, sale, and use of these hazardous chemicals pose farmers, consumers, water sources, and the entire ecosystem to dangerous contamination, resulting in huge economic losses for Nigerian food exporters due to rejections at the port of destination during inspection. Also concerned that reports indicate rising cases of pesticides poisoning, soil degradation, and food residue contamination due to unregulated use of highly hazardous pesticides in Nigeria. Research shows that 7 out of 13 common pesticide active ingredients in Nigeria are cancerous. In 2020, over 270 persons died in Oyo Obi community of Benue State as a result of endosulfan in the community river. Worried that continued inaction could undermine food security, endanger public health, violate international obligations, and increase long-term medical and ecological costs to the nations. Cognizance that there are organic and agroecological alternatives in Nigeria that are sustainable and economically viable, the House accordingly resolves to urge the federal ministries of Agriculture and Food Security, Health and Social Development, Environment, and non-governmental organizations to immediately conduct a nationwide review and inventory of highly hazardous pesticides in circulation. 2, Also urge National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control to strengthen regulation, monitoring and enforcement on the importation, distribution, and use of pesticides, with particular attention to highly hazardous pesticides, and keep the list of banned pesticides updated at all times. 3, further urge the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria to carry out an integrated pest management strategies and incentive-driven support that promotes safer alternatives, such as organic biopesticides and agroecology already in use by Nigerian farmers. 4, to mandate the committees on agricultural production and services and environment to liaise with relevant agencies and stakeholders to develop a framework for the gradual phase-out and eventual ban of highly hazardous pesticides and report within 4 weeks for further legislative action. Mr. Speaker, colleagues, I so move.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Shagaya, want to say something? Want a second? Yes, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My highly respected colleagues, I remain Honorable Mukhtar Tolani Shagaya, representing Nigerians starting from Ilorin West, Asa Federal Constituency of Kwara State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second this all-important motion moved by my friend and brother, Honorable Jimbo. I so second.
Thank you. Those in support of this motion, which is straightforward, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Agricultural Production, Services and Environment, as well as Committee on National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC. Most respected colleagues, the fifth order of the day is a motion on need to resuscitate moribund manufacturing industries in Nigeria, standing in the name of Honorable Akarachi Tinosa Tosan Amadi. Honorable Amadi is invited to move the motion. He is not in the House. Bill motion stepped down by the leave of the House. The sixth order of the day is a motion on flagrant abuse of due process and infringement of local content disobedience to Petroleum Industry Act and non-compliance with tax laws by oil and gas companies operating in Imo State, standing in the name of Honorable Chike Okafor. Honorable Chike is invited to move the motion. Please make it as brief as possible.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker Benjamin Okezie Carlo, CON, PhD, Enyabia. My name's Chike John Okafor, PhD.
It's CFR now, actually, not CON. CON was in the past. CFR is in the present.
I stand corrected.
Thanks to Mr. President.
I stand corrected. I stand corrected.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the correction. Duly noted. Chike John Okafor, PhD. I represent the good people of Ehimembano, Ihitu Boma, Obo Federal Constituency. I'm from Imo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move a motion flagrant abuse of due process and infringement of local content, disobedience to Petroleum Industry Act, and non-compliance with tax laws by oil and gas companies operating in Imo State. The House notes that the Nigerian Oil and Gas Industry Content Development Act 2010 was enacted to promote the utilization of Nigerian human and material resources and the participation of Nigerian companies in the oil and gas industry. Also notes that the Petroleum Industry Act 2021 provides a robust legal and regulatory framework for the Nigerian petroleum industry, including specific provisions for host community development, environmental management, and equitable benefit sharing. Also aware that the Taxes and Levies Approved List for Collection Act authorizes state governments to collect certain taxes and levies from businesses operating within their territories, which is crucial for funding state infrastructure and social services. Further notes that several international and indigenous oil companies, IOCs, operating oil and gas fields within the oil producing communities of Imo State, notably Haji Ebema, Oguta, and other LGAs as their hosts, as listed here in the body of the motion. Also aware of persistent outcry and allegations from host communities and state government regarding 1, failure to establish functional operational offices within their areas of operation in Imo State, as mandated by Section 3J of the Act 2010, thereby denying the state by valuable economic activity and employment. Systemic failure of these companies to prioritize the employment of qualified indigenous of Imo State in direct violation of Section 11, 28, and 35 of the Act 2010. Refusal to award contracts to competent Nigerian companies, especially those from the host communities, for goods and services. Obstruction of lawful efforts by Imo State government and Imo State Internal Revenue Service to assess their premises for assessment and collection of legally approved state taxes and levies. And finally, non-compliance with the host communities development trust provisions under Chapter 3 of the PIA 2021, leading to a lack of tangible benefits and development in these communities. Concerned that these acts of non-compliance have led to immense frustration, widespread agitations, and a palpable threat of social unrest within the host communities. Also concerned that the continued neglect and infringement of these laws, if not urgently addressed, may lead to violent protests that could threaten national security, destruction of critical oil and gas infrastructure, disrupting production and harming the national economy, and a breakdown of law and order in the oil-producing regions of Imo State. The House is hereby advised to resolve 1, to urge the oil and gas companies operating in Imo State to urgently comply with 1, provisions of Nigerian Oil and Gas Industry Content Act 2010 regarding indigenous employment, contract awards, and establishment of operational offices. 2, the host communities development trust requirements under the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA 2021. 3, grant unfettered access to officials of Imo State Internal Revenue Service for the performance of their lawful duties, and also engage in genuine dialogue with host community leaders to address grievances and ensure peaceful existence. The House is also equally advised to mandate the Committee on Nigerian Content and Monitoring to invite the chief executives of the 8 concerned oil companies, the chief executive of Nigerian Content Development Monitoring Board, the executive secretary of Nigerian Petroleum Regulatory Commission, and the chairman of Imo State Internal Revenue Service for questioning. Also mandate the committees on Nigerian Content and Monitoring, corporate social responsibility, petroleum resources upstream, petroleum resources downstream, finance and justice, to investigate the specific allegations of violations of the oil and gas companies operating in Imo State and the status of implementation of the host development trust in Imo State, and report within 4 weeks, legislative weeks. That Honorable Speaker, I so move.
Amendment, Mr. Speaker. Amendment.
We have to second it first before.
Amendment, Mr. Speaker.
Amending.
Honorable Ali Wakili Boya. Honorable Ali Wakili Boya, kindly take your seat. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, the Commander of Federal Republic, and honorable colleagues. I'm Air Vice Marshal Ojo, retired, and I represent the good people of Ekiti South Federal Constituency 1. I'm from Ekiti State. I rise this morning to second the motion as ably moved by my colleagues. I so second.
Honorable Bami Sele
from
Ekiti. Honorable Bami Sele, take your seat.
Yeah, I think it's a straightforward motion. I don't think there is any amendment to this motion. Any amendment to this motion?
Amendment, Mr. Speaker. Amendment.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Respected colleagues, Ifeolu Abajide Indero, Akoko North Federal Constituency of Ondo State. Mr. Speaker, I would like to amend that this motion includes the Committee on Petroleum Midstream.
Petroleum?
Midstream. Petroleum Midstream. To include one of the committees to look into this issue.
Okay, any seconder to that motion? Yes.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, my name is Barrister Muhammad Bello Shehu, representing the people of Federal Constituency from Kano State, Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the amendment assembly made by my colleague. I so second. Thank you.
Thank you. Those in support of the amendment that midstream be added, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Any other amendment? No amendment. Those in support of the motion as amended, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to Committee on Nigerian Content and Monitoring, Corporate Social Responsibility, Petroleum Upstream, Petroleum Downstream, Petroleum Midstream, Committee on Finance, and Committee on Justice. For an act to establish Nigerian Police Force Pension Board, charged with the responsibility of administering the pension scheme for the personnel of the force and exempt the force from the application of the contributory pension scheme under the Pension Reform Act of 2014 and for related matters. Members will recall that the bill was committed to the Committee of the Whole on Thursday, 8 February 2024. Honorable Julius Ihonvere, House Leader, will move for its consideration.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the bill for an act to establish the Nigerian Police Force Pension Board charged with the responsibility of administering the pension scheme for the personnel of the force and exempt the force from the application of the contributory pension scheme under the Pension Reform Act 2014 and for related matters, HB 979, be considered by the Committee of the Whole. I so move.
Thank you. Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, highly respected colleagues, Aliyu Sanu Madaki is my name, and I represent the Alapero constituency of Kano State. I stand to second the motion as ably moved by the House Leader. I do second.
Honorable Ajilo Makarfikudan, kindly take your seat.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The eighth order of the day is consideration of the report of the Committee on Science and Technology on a bill for an act to establish the National Commission for Technology Transfer, Acquisition and Promotion to monitor on a continuous basis the inflow of foreign products and technology to Nigeria and for related matters. Honorable members will recall that the report was laid on Tuesday, 17th December 2024. Honorable Zakaria Tijani Zana will move for his consideration. Honorable Zana, the floor is yours.
No. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tijani Zana Zakaria is my name. I represent the entire people of Nguru, Machina, Ispari, and Karaswa Federal Constituency. I do move that the Committee of the Whole consider the report on HB 591. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Any seconder to this motion? Yes, Kelechi.
The right, Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Kelechi Wogu. I'm from Rivers State, the treasure base of the nation. I represent the people of Nigeria, starting from Echie Omuma Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion moved by my colleague. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The ninth order of the day is consideration of 5 reports of the Committee on Public Petitions. Honorable Lowry Kwamoti will move for their consideration.
Honorable Lowry Kwamati, you have 5 reports to present.
Honorable Lowry Kwamoti will move for their consideration.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. My name is Kwamoti Bitrus Laori. I do represent Jamsanu and Lamu, the Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, sir, I do move for the considerations of the report. I so move, sir.
Any seconder to that motion? Yes, right at the back, yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mudashiru Lukman Alani is my name, representing the good people of Iwo Ayediri Olaoluwa Federal Constituency. I'm from Osun State. I rise this afternoon to second the motion, ably moved by my colleagues. I so second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Leader, please move that the House do resolve into the Committee of the Whole to consider this report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to move that the House do resolve to Committee of the Whole to consider the reports in the other paper. I so move.
Minority Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker, highly respected colleagues, Ali Usanuma Daki is my name.
Most of the people who are leaving when it comes to Committee of the Whole know that all your work here, it is at the Committee of the Whole that we consider it. If you work at the committee, you propose a bill, and there is a resolution before the House, it is this committee that is very important. It is important that you participate so that you know how your work is progressed. It's very important. Please go ahead and second.
Honorable Bello Erufai
is my name.
Honorable Ikenga, Honorable Mukhtar Mohamed Kazauri.
I stand to second the motion that the House do dissolve into Committee of the Whole in order to consider the report. I do second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The House hereby resolves into Committee of the Whole to consider these few reports. Most distinguished colleagues, the House has resolved into the Committee of the Whole, where the Speaker sits as the chairman of the committee. The bill to be considered is for an act to establish Nigerian Police Force Pension Board, charged with the responsibility of administering the pension scheme for the personnel of the force and exempt the force from the application of the contributory pension scheme under the Pension Reform Act 2014 and for related matters. This is starting on the name of Honorable Julius Ihumvera, the leader of leaders. You are invited to give us a minute synopsis of the bill.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Professor Julius Ihumvere, Owan Federal Constituency, Edo State. This is a straightforward bill, and I think it's long overdue. For those who've been following the news, they will see many of our retired police officers protesting that they want to opt out of the existing contributory pension scheme because it is not operating efficiently and effectively in their favor. And I think this bill is designed to cure the lacuna by creating and establishing a special Nigeria Police Force Pension Board that would administer a pension scheme with all the related accompaniments. I think this will create efficiency, prompt payment of benefits, and avoid all the current contradictions and conflicts that accompany the current scheme. I recommend it to my colleagues, and I think it should be passed. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Leader. Honorable colleagues, the question is clauses 1 to 36, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill be made part of this enactment. Clause 1 to 10, 10 to 15, 16 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 36, explanatory memorandum. Most respected colleagues, the first report to be considered is that of Committee on Science and Technology on a bill for an act to establish National Commission for Technology Transfer, Acquisition and Promotion to monitor on a continuous basis the inflow of foreign product technology to Nigeria for related matters. I invite Honorable Zakaria to give us synopsis of this report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This bill with HV 951 seeks to duplicate an existing agency of government called the National Office for Technology Acquisition and Promotion. The committee recommended a rejection of the provision of the bill. I urge the Honorable House to adopt the report as presented by the committee. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a good synopsis. So, honorable colleagues, what is before us is a rejection from the committee that considered the proposal that was referred to them. They are saying we should reject clauses 1 to 22, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. And the question is the House standing by the recommendation of this committee? Those in support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This particular bill is hereby rejected by the House. Most respected colleagues, the second report to be considered is that of Committee on Public Petitions on the petition by Ajet Survey on behalf of 5,000 internally displaced persons against the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, concerning land acquisition, demolition, unlawful eviction, and compensation claims. And I invite Lauri Kwamoti to give the synopsis of the bill, of the report, as the chairman of that public
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Petition Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. Kwamoti Bitrus Lao, representing the Amsanuma Lamode Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, this was a petition that was received during plenary in March 2024, and it has to do with the right-of-way of NNPC pipeline that passed through this community, and the community, all survey and things were done, but till date, no compensation has been given to this community where all those pipelines passed. And it is the findings of this committee that, and also recommend that the House should resolve to adopt the recommendation and order the NNPC to pay them. And also, this is in line with the resolution of the 8th Assembly on the same matter.
Don't worry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, the report before us has only 3 recommendations that was approved by the committee. I'll just ask recommendation 1, recommendation 2, recommendation 3. Most distinguished colleagues, the third report to be considered is that of Committee on Public Petition on the petition by award-winning Consult Limited on behalf of Mr. Asedere Otuke Edwin against the British Oil and Gas Exploration Production Company Limited for alleged unlawful termination of appointment. I invite Honorable Lowry Kwamote to give the synopsis of the bail. Honorable Lowry, make it brief again.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, this is a petition that was received in this House on the 2nd of July 2024 on the alleged unlawful termination of employment. The committee have gone through the labor laws and all the documents that were presented, and it is the committee's finding that Mr. Otuoke Edwin is entitled to the relief he sought, and therefore the committee do recommend that this House resolved to order that he paid the necessary compensation, which is in line with the recommendation number 7.1 on the paper.
Thank you. Thank you again. Honorable colleagues, the report before us has 3 recommendations. The question is that we vote on this recommendation to become part of the report. So the question is, recommendation 1 carried? Carried. Recommendation 2? Carried. Recommendation 3? The 4th report to be considered is that of Committee on Public Petitions, again on the petition by Prince Martin Solomon Efang against Mobile Producing Nigeria Limited, ExxonMobil Corporation, now Seplat Energy, a letter of protest on the non-payment of compensation to the affected victims, need for intervention. I invite Honorable Lowry Kwamote again to give us a mini synopsis of this particular report. 1 minute, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. This was a petition that was received on the 10th of October 2023. The committee has gone through the report, and incidentally also this same issue was resolved by the 9th Assembly, and so the committee now moved this House to adopt the recommendation that was done at the 9th Assembly in respect of this. So I urge the House to adopt the recommendations of the committee.
Yeah, honorable colleagues, there are 4 recommendations here, 1 to 4, but I wanted to check page 5 of that recommendation and recommendation 8.5. It has to do with that the House should summon the MD CEO of both Mobile Producing, Oil Producing Unlimited and Exxon to appear before it to explain why they failed to implement the House resolution on the above subject matter. Who do you want to do the invitation? It can't be the whole House. Is it legislative compliance, or you want your committee to do the invitation, or the committee that is the standard committee of the House to handle? Because there is a standard committee of the House charged with the responsibility of managing issues within this particular subject matter and within this sector. The recommendation should be complete to that effect and specific.
In that respect, I do amend that number 5 to appear before the Committee on Legislative Compliance. I so move that.
I will prefer you make it Committee on Legislative Compliance and joint committee with relevant committees of the House that handling that subject matter, so that they will guide legislative compliance. If that is the case, then amend your...
Most guided, I will amend that the Committee on Legislative Compliance and the relevant House Committee on the matter jointly to handle it.
Petroleum midstream, petroleum upstream, Joint committee set by the House and the Senate. It's part of the recommendation. So make a proper recommendation. Amendment to recommendation number 4.
Mr. Chairman, highly respected colleagues, I want to add that apart from the aforementioned committees, which he included, that we include the joint committee that was saddled with handling same issue to also be part of these ones. Thank you.
Any seconder to that amendment to the recommendation? Yes. Let's hear you, El-Rufai.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Honorable Mohamed Bello El-Rufai. I represent the excellent people of Kaduna North. I'm from Kaduna State. I stand to humbly second the amendment ably represented by my colleague regarding the 4th recommendation of this petition. Thank you, sir.
Those who in support of this amendment say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So we now vote on the recommendations as amended. So those in support of recommendation 1 say aye. So you are used to your carried. Recommendation 1, recommendation 2, recommendation 3, recommendation 4 as amended. The 5th report to be considered is that of Committee on Public Petitions on the petition by TEMP AKS Men Community MUO on behalf of Paramount Rulers, Youth and Women of Ikotabase, Ibino, Mbo local government areas of Akwa Ibom State against Total Energies Nigeria Limited, Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission for non-inclusion in host community development trusts as provided for in the Petroleum Industry Act PIA 2021. I invite Lowry to give the synopsis of the bill, of the report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable members, this was...
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, beg your pardon. This was a petition received on 30th April 2024, and the committee have gone through the petition and have accordingly made recommendations, and also the legal basis of the recommendation is found in paragraph 8.1. And it is the committee's finding that initially this community has been so recognized as host community, but after the PIA, they were excluded, and it is the committee finding that they ought to be part of host communities, and so recommend. Thank you.
So on recommendation 1, you want the AUPRC to establish a new, a separate host community development trust, or to add them to the existing community development trust, since they were excluded.
Is to add them to the existing community trust.
Yeah, I think that is what it should read.
Yes.
That they should be added to the existing community development trust instead of creating a new structure independent of what they're already working with, so that mutatis mutandi, whatever is applicable to the other people will apply to them. So we consider that as amended?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Right. Honorable colleagues, we have 3 recommendations. So recommendation 1 as amended. That was not seconded. That amendment he recommended was not seconded. Can somebody second that amendment? I want to see, yes, please. Yes, with the white cap. I can't see your face. Communicator. You look so different today. In a good way.
Right, the chairman, their colleagues, having listened to the amendments so ably moved by the chairman of the Public Petitions Committee, I hereby second the amendment as so moved. I so second. Thank you.
Thank you. Those in support of this amendment, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. So, recommendation 1 as amended, carried. 2, 3. The sixth report to be considered is that of Committee on Public Petition on the petition by Dogo Isaac Imoje against Nigerian Immigration Services on wrongful dismissal from service. I invite Lowry again to give us synopsis of the bill, of the report, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
That will be the last we are considering, so well done.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is a matter of, the matter was received 14 November 2023, and also it's a matter that the committee has handled and gone through it, and the petitioner also has a substituting judgment from the National Industrial Court. The recommendation is also in line with the judgment of the court, and we so recommend. And I urge the Committee of the Whole to so adopt this recommendation.
Yeah. Again, we have 2 recommendations. And one reads that the House should direct the respondent, which is Nigerian Immigration Service, to pay the petitioner all his outstanding salaries, benefits, and arrears. I would like us to include Committee on Interior, okay? Because that falls under the amended. So this communication should go from the Secretariat, from the clerk, to Interior, and then from there, they will attach it and send a letter to Ministry of Interior. Are you in agreement, Chairman? Because if you leave it hanging, the House should, it never gets done. So let's pin it down to those who will do it and we can hold responsible.
Well taken, Mr. Chair.
And also add Legislative Compliance Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So in respect of that should come under recommendation number 2.
No. Make it number 1. The House should direct the respondent through the Committee of the House on Interior and Legislative Compliance to pay. So you are just adding it after respondents.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I do amend that the House do direct the respondent through the Committee on Interior
Any
and
seconder to this?
Legislative Compliance.
Yeah, any seconder? Yes. Are you seconding or are you making a comment?
No, I'm just trying to make some clarification.
Okay.
So outcome of Committee of the Whole or Committee of Supply is a resolution of the House, not for a particular committee. So I will suggest that the House itself...
Is this supply?
No, I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
Outcome of our sitting in the Committee of the Whole is the resolution of the whole House, not for a particular committee. And a public petition committee has done a very nice job. It's better we leave it this way, that the House itself, through the clerk of the House of Representatives, direct the agency themselves instead of going through the committee again.
I think I agree with you.
Yes.
I totally agree with you. So the clerk, I think you've been doing the communication through to the agencies involved. And then, but I want legislative compliance to be involved to make sure that it's been done. Because if we leave it hanging without legislative compliance, we will not be able to monitor whether or not it's been done. Yeah? So amend it properly and include legislative compliance.
Yeah, the amendment is for the House to direct
through the clerk.
Yes, through the clerk to direct the ministry for immediate implementation of the recommendation.
Legislative compliance should be there, I insist. Because you see, you can't follow up the clerk if the committee is discharged, or committees of the House, they are discharged fully on their responsibility. let legislative compliance be attached to your amendment now.
I think it's
to ensure legislative compliance.
It's going to be duplication, sir. If the House can write and the person is not going to comply, so no matter how influential the Committee on Legislative Compliance is, it's not going to respond. So the most important thing, let us restrict ourselves to the House, in particular to be written by the clerk of the House, for them to comply. Because it's the House resolution, not a committee's resolution.
No, I insist. Add the third prayer. Legislative Compliance Committee to ensure compliance. If you have that amendment, add Legislative Compliance Committee to ensure compliance.
Okay, Legislative Compliance Committee will do the follow-up after the clerk has written to the agency.
To ensure compliance.
Yes.
That's
so
thought,
Legislative Compliance Committee to ensure compliance should be part of the amendment.
So that we can track, because we want to track the process of this compliance. If we leave it hanging, sometimes clerk will write and nobody follows up. So if he writes, he communicates to the Committee on Legislative Compliance to do a follow-up. Who will monitor whether or not there's a response from them? Maki, you should second that amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, my honorable colleagues. I'm Abubakar Maki Eleman. I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Malamuduri Kaugama Federal Constituency. Mr. Chairman, I stand to second the amendment heavily moved by my honorable colleague Ahmed Jaha. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this amendment say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So we have recommendation 1 as amended. Recommendation 2. The newly included recommendation 3. House Leader, please move that the House reverts to plenary to report progress.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise to move that the House will reserve to plenary for the chairman to report progress. So move.
Thank you. Minority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, highly respected colleagues, Aliyu Sanuma Daki is my name. I represent the Ala Federal constituency of Kano State. I stand to second the motion that the House do revert back to plenary in order to report progress. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion that will revert to plenary to report progress, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The House hereby reverts to plenary. The House is now in plenary where the chairman sits at the speaker to report progress from the Committee of the Whole. Most distinguished colleagues, the House in Committee of the Whole considered a report on the bill for an act to establish Nigerian Police Force Pension Board charged with responsibility of administering the pension scheme for the personnel of the force and exempt the force from the application of the contributory pension scheme under the Pension Reforms Act 2014 and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 36, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. Most distinguished colleagues, the House and Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Science and Technology on a bill for an act to establish a National Commission for technology transfer, acquisition, and promotion to monitor on a continuous basis the inflow of foreign products, technology to Nigeria, and for related matters, and approve the recommendations of the Committee. The House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Public Petition, the petition by Jet Surveyor on behalf of 5,000 internally displaced persons against NNPCL, and approve recommendations 1 to 3 of the report. The House and the Committee of the Whole considered the report of the Committee on Public Petitions, petition by award-winning Consult Limited on behalf of Mr. Sedere Otoke Edwin against British Oil and Gas Exploration Production Company Limited for alleged unlawful termination of appointment and approve recommendations 1 to 3 of the report. The House and the Committee of the Whole consider the report of the Committee on Public Petitions, petition by Prince Martin Solomon Efang against Mobile Producing Nigeria Unlimited, ExxonMobil Corporation, now Seplat Energy, a letter of protest, the non-payment of compensation to the affected victims, need for intervention, and approve recommendations 1 to 3 and approve recommendation 4 as amended of the report. It is the report from the Committee of the Whole that the House and the Committee of the Whole consider the report of the Committee on Public Petitions, on the petition by AKS Tepen, AKS Main Community MUO, on behalf of Paramount rulers, youths, and women of Ikorabase, Ibieno, and Mbo local government areas of Akwa Ibom State against Total Energies Nigeria Limited and Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, for non-inclusion in host community development trusts as provided for in the Petroleum Industry Act 2021, and approve recommendation 1 as amended, approve recommendation 1 and 2 of the report. It is the Chairman's report that in the Committee of the Whole, the committee considered the report of the Committee on Public Petitions, the petition by Dogo Isaac Imoje against Nigerian Immigration Service on wrongful dismissal from service, and approve recommendation 1 as amended, and approve recommendation 2 recommended, and approve recommendation 3 of the report. Leader, please move that the House do adopt the report of the Committee of the Whole as a working instrument of the Parliament. Leader, please move that the House do adopt the report from the Committee of the Whole as a working instrument of the Parliament.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to move that the House do adopt the report ably and effectively presented by the Speaker from the Committee of the Whole as working instruments of the House.
Thank you. Minority Leader, please second that this report from the Committee of the Whole becomes a working instrument of the Parliament.
Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, Aliyu Sanuma Daki is my name, representing the Alapero constituency of Kano State. I stand to second the motion that the House do adopt the report of the Committee of the Whole as working document of the House. I do second.
Those in support of this motion that the House do adopt the report from the Committee of the Whole as a working instrument of the Parliament, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Leader, this is the most fantastic time for you every time we get to this point, and it's the point of moving for the adjournment of this House so that you can do other leadership engagement outside the plenary. I know you are itching to go for those meetings, so the floor is yours to move for us to adjourn to tomorrow, same time, same place.
Thank you very much, our wonderful Speaker, in whom we are all very, very pleased. I rise to move that the House do adjourn to tomorrow, 11 a.m., same venue. I so move.
Minority Leader, can you second that we adjourn if you want us to go? If you don't want, we can stay longer. You know, it's just 1 o'clock, so.
Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues, Aliyu Sanuma Daki is my name, representing the Alapero constituency of Kano State. I stand to second the motion that the House do adjourn to tomorrow, same place, same time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Those in support of the motion that the House, having considered all that we had in our business of the day, the order of the day, the order paper, can now adjourn to tomorrow, same time, same place, say aye. Those against, say nay. Those who are in support that the House do adjourn to tomorrow, same time, same place, say aye. Those against, say nay. The nays will stay and the ayes will go. We'll meet the nays here tomorrow. The House is hereby adjourned to tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you very much for all your support.
Oga, are you coming this way?